Hi, real estate enthusiasts. Welcome back. So, today I am going to share my screen with you. As real estate investors and real estate agents, we really need to make sure we can analyze our properties for our clients or for ourselves. So, I wanted to share a system that I use. I have used Excel. I am a part of quite a few different coaching programs that all have created their own systems and analyzers that are all in Excel. They've just already put in the formulas and templates in place. So today I want to share a very simple tool that works across the board. So as you can see on my screen, you can analyze rental properties, the BRRRR strategy. We're not going to go into that today. So if you're not familiar with that, that's for another time. Commercial lease properties, commercial deals, fix and flip analysis, construction estimator, and your multifamily pro forma builder. So if you are looking at multifamily properties, this one has a little bit more complexity to it and a little bit more front end work to kind of create some templates on operating expenses, etc. But it's a really amazing tool if you are in the multifamily business. So there's also some free calculators down here. I'm not going to go over any of these, but if you have a client that wants to look at a property specific on their IRR, cap rate, etc., these are some great quick tools that you can go to and utilize. So today I am just going to open up the commercial deal analysis, and I'm just going to show you an example property just really quick so you guys can get familiar with this. So like I said, I do connect with a lot of investors that are using many tools and a lot of tools that you've created yourself. So this has been the best analyzing tool that I have come across in my 5 years of investing for myself and for my clients. So one thing that I love about it, like I said, whether you're a residential agent, a commercial broker, or an investor, this is going to hit on every single property that you look at. And if you are just an agent or a broker, you really do need to understand how to analyze a deal to work with your clients, because you're going to have clients that come to you and they're like, I want to have 15% IRR. So as you're looking at deals, you're going to need to be able to run those numbers and make sure that it's fitting your client's criteria moving forward. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this commercial deal analysis. And so what it's going to do is these are properties that I've actually run myself. And right now I'm just going to pop into multifamily sample deal. And so this is what it looks like. So I did not touch on, this is ROI-Muse. And like I said, I'm not going to go in full detail because this company, my associate, he owns and operates this company, and he does extensive training on this. So if you're interested in this, I do have the link below in my comments. And so I do use this system, and that's why I am also pushing it out there and suggesting other investors and agents to use it. Because like I said, it's the most user-friendly and most helpful analyzer I've come across so far. And very affordable. If you click on my link below, it's actually, I believe, like 50 or 60% off than if you went directly to the website. So if you're interested, definitely utilize that. And I believe he has weekly trainings if you ever get lost or need assistance on anything. So as you can see up here, there's other things that he offers. And right now, like I said, I'm just going to give you a quick overview so we're not delving too deeply into the system. But as you can see, just from first shot, so this is the multifamily deal. You can add the pictures. It has investor highlights and different documents you want to upload, links you want to upload. So anything that you need pertaining to this property, you can put into this system. So we're going to just start out. So you can put your deal name. As you can see, this is just a sample. So we just have multifamily. Analysis name. So you can put down anything that you're wanting to highlight at this point. So this analysis is completely done if you're going to put 25% down on this property. So that could be something that your client is bringing to, it could be something fit in your investment portfolio, or you could just name it anything for your marketplace. So property type, this one is multifamily, but as you can see, you can quickly select other asset classes. So like I said, I work with investors that are focusing on different asset classes, and one of the challenges has been finding an analyzer that you can utilize for different assets. So if you're in multifamily and you're interested in branching out to office or retail, sometimes it's hard figuring out how to run the numbers for that. So this tool actually works for lots of different asset classes. So as you can see that. So what you do is you just kind of walk down the steps. So you put in the asking price, you put in the NOI, which is the net operating income. This is usually provided by the broker if there is one. If you don't have this information, it's something that you definitely want to find out when you're purchasing a business or a property. If it's a non-performing asset, obviously this number is going to either not be here or it's going to be very different. So the cap rate, this is the number you'd put for your current cap rate market. And this is just some information specific to the property details itself. So some of the numbers down below, they do take into consideration like rentable square foot, obviously cap rate, asking price, and NOI. So some of this other information is just for you. Occupancy will be shown below. So lease type. So if this was a retail or an office property, then you would change the lease price in accordance to that property, absolute net, triple net, and so forth. So just so you can see that those are there, but right now this is a multifamily example. So you're going to put acquisition price. So the price that you are going to pay for the property. So let's say the asking price is 1.4, so you're going to put an offer at 1.35. So go ahead and put that in. You can leave these numbers as is. Loan costs, pretty common to be 2%. Acquisition costs, pretty common to be 1.5, but adjust them accordingly to your market. Loan amount, obviously this is very specific to the loan that you're going to have on the property. There is an all cash option, so you can click all cash if your investor or your client is going to pay all cash for the property. So go ahead and you just fill out each of these. They're pretty self-explanatory. Interest rate, the years of your loan. So this is mostly about the initial front part of the property. So it's a lot about the loan information and what you're willing to pay for it. Some of these numbers will then calculate. You want to go ahead and change your hold period. Your client or your investor is going to have a different business model. So change the hold period. Disposition cap. So that's going to be your reversion cap rate. So you want to make sure you adjust that per your market and what you think at the year of sale that your cap rate will be for your market. So that's what that number means. Sales cost. So on a residential property, most people know that it's 3% per side, so you'd have a 6%. So sales cost. On commercial, it's usually 1.5% per broker, but then you have additional expenses at closing as well, so 5% is pretty good. Depending on the size of the property, sometimes this could be 3%, sometimes 5% is kind of at the high end. So it just depends on how large of a property you have and how expensive it is. So right here, this is kind of your scorecard. So if you have a client that says, I want to have a certain return on investment, I want this percentage, I have to be within, the DSCR, your debt ratio for your loan. I have to be at 1.3. My lender won't lend on anything that's not at a 1.3. Or your client wants to get like a certain yield, a certain IRR on their property. So this is where you can put in those numbers, and I'm going to just go ahead and show you. If your lender, for some odd reason, this is not common, is requesting a 1.5, then you would go ahead and put that in and update it. So as you can see, this property actually still passes, but all of these numbers change. So if you weren't able to run this property, then it would show a red fail. So let's say that you want a cash on cash return of 15%. So that is going to create a red fail. So if your client is saying, I want a 15% cash on cash, you are going to have to change some things about this property or your offerings to make that work. So as you can see right now, it's showing that at the current price, the current down payment, the current, lending terms, etc., that this is not going to meet. So either this property is not going to work for your client or for yourself, or you can push recalculate and it's going to automatically change the numbers to show you where you need to be at to reach this 15%. So as you can see, we were at a 1.35 as our acquisition price, and it looks like at 1.2 we can make this cash on cash work. It now passes our criteria. So this is an amazing tool. Like I said, if you have a client that has one number that they look at particular, or if you are an investor and you have passive investors and your investment, they look for certain returns on their investment. So you can go ahead and put those numbers in and have this system recalculate itself to see where you need to be on this property to meet everyone's criteria. So this is right there. I mean, that's one of the reasons I really, really love this tool, is because instead of going back and forth and reanalyzing and changing all the numbers, trying to figure out how you can get this property to work, the system automatically does it for you. So I didn't want to take up too much time, so I'm going to go ahead and end, but I'm going to quickly scroll down so you can see that this is all specific information about your property. So all of this information you're going to be getting from a P&L or your T12, and you would go ahead and put it in. And at the bottom right here, it is showing you your profit. So let me go ahead. Here you go. The cash flow. So obviously, year 0, it's always going to be a negative because that's the year of purchase. You'll be able to see the cash flow. So every year it slightly goes up, and it is based off of, here you have an increase in your rent, this is your vacancy, your economic vacancy, and an increase in your other income. Your expenses don't show an increase. And again, that is per your market. This is just an example. Usually there would be some type of increase there. Anyways, so you can keep going down and going through each one of these. So again, you'd want to make sure that the debt service looks correct. In your expenses is where you would have property, taxes, and insurance. You just want to make sure that that's applied. And there you go. You have a deal that works. It passes all your criteria. This is what you can offer. Call up the broker, make an offer, submit an LOI, and you now have a deal that fits everyone's criterias, and your investors are happy. So again, there is a lot of information that I did not unpack that is available, and it's ROI-Muse. This is an amazing company. They have lots and lots and lots of training that they can answer a ton of your questions for you. I just wanted to put this out there because I get a lot of questions about how to analyze properties, what's the best system to use, or a lot of people just doing stuff that they've made at home. And so I really wanted to share this tool because it's so powerful and it has helped so many investors and clients, and it just answers so many of your questions for you, and it's very simple and easy to use. So go ahead and scroll down in my comments. I do have the link below. It will give you like 50 or 60% off. Instead of just going directly to the website. If you have additional questions, please reach out to me, or you can reach out to this company directly. Like I said, they do offer tons of training for you and to break down it step by step. So this is just my video to get it in front of you and make you aware, and hopefully be able to help out investors to be able to quickly analyze their properties. Thanks so much. Please subscribe. We'll be going over some more terminology, tools, etc. for real estate on the next video and following. Thanks so much. Bye.